Good morning, Relativity friends. I just got a new book and I want to give some initial impressions of this. But before I do that, I need to give you some background or this won't make any sense at all. Okay, so I spent my entire career in the semiconductor industry, retired, wanted to learn something completely new. So I spent my whole career thinking about electrons and holes. So I thought, hey, what is the absolute opposite of that? What's the biggest thing? Well, that's the planets and stars and black holes and the universe. And so that's general relativity. And that's why I chose it as something I want to study. And I'd say I've made a bit of progress in that. And one of the things I wanted to talk about was what math, the background do you need to study this field? Obviously, you need all of calculus. You need linear algebra, and here's something most people don't study: is tensor the calculus. So I've spent a great deal of time on this. I'm somewhat comfortable with doing it. I couldn't teach it, but I'm somewhat comfortable in using it. But something I know nothing about, and I'm not comfortable at all, is differential geometry, and I believe that Riemannian geometry is a subset of this. I could be wrong, but I believe that's true. And this Riemannian geometry, the curvature of space-time, is what Einstein based his theory on, right? So this is where I need help, and I have to start somewhere. So this book was uh, was recommended to me, so I bought it and I've gone through some of it and I want to share what I think about it. Okay, here is the wiki, the page of it. Here's what it looks like by Robert M. Wald. He's a famous professor at the University of Chicago. And it says, these are his words. It's right in the book. It says, this is aimed at beginning grad students and researchers. To this end, most material in part one is geared toward an introductory course. Dude, this is not an introductory course. This is a very complex book. It has lots and lots of mathematical the formulism, which I am not a fan of, but apparently he felt it necessary, and who am I to argue with him? So I am going to give it a shot. Now, what he admits in all this reading here, and you can look this up on Wikipedia yourself, is that he just does a brief introduction here of the manifolds and tensor fields, and then a brief introduction of the curvature before he jumps right into the relativity. And his reasoning for that, and it's probably a good reasoning, is that he put what these things are composed of in the appendix, right? So here is the part that I'm after, these first ABC appendix. This is the differential geometry that I am just so weak in, and I have to understand it if I want to continue. And maybe I can understand it. It just could be over my head, and that's certainly possible because I'm an old man. So, but I'm going to give it a crack. But if you're interested in this book, I just thought it might be good just to give you a little hint about what it is, and be aware that this is very, very mathematical, the formulism in the way he covers the things. And he goes on to this to cover what he calls the advanced topics, which are spinors and all the things that affect the quantum, the field theory. So he's got the Einstein, the field equations, and then he's got the quantum field equations in here as well. So it is a very formidable book. Anyway, I'm going to give her a shot, and I just thought you might want to know that. I'll see you later.